Problem number 1. You hear Spanish every day, yet you don't break it down. You do not identify its patterns, structures, and functions. You don't analyze how native speakers use it. The information is right in front of you, but you act like it doesn't exist. Is it a lack of cognitive ability or just sheer laziness? Language is screaming at you, but when it's your turn to speak, you quit like a bitch. The consequences. 95% of students fail because they refuse to take an analytical approach. They stay stuck in mediocrity, listening without understanding, repeating without thinking, and expecting miracles. They believe the language will implant in their brains by magic, but that's not how learning language works. It's like taking apart an engine. If you don't understand how the pieces fit together, you'll never get it to run. Your problem isn't a lack of opportunities. You're surrounded by the language. The problem is your mindset. You'd rather mindlessly repeat phrases, avoid effort, and grin like an idiot when you don't understand. And then you complain about not improving. Do you really expect to learn without training your brain? The solution. If you're not processing the Spanish you hear, you need to start actively dissecting it. Just hearing it isn't enough. You have to work through it like a scientist. So here are the concrete actions you must undertake to fix this problem. First, analyze the language like an expert. When you hear Spanish conversations, don't just get their general meaning. Pay attention to recurring patterns, common expressions, and how tone shifts depending on intent. Identify structures that show up frequently and reflect on how they are used. Second, break down what you hear. Take a short Spanish audio clip, transcribe it word for word, and separate each part, subject, verb, and complement. Figure out why each verb tense is used and how ideas are structured. Unfortunately, we're not learning like kids by just observing. We're adults, so we need to analyze to make sense of things. Third, reproduce Spanish with precision. Pause every after sentence and repeat it out loud, imitating the native speaker's rhythm and pronunciation. This trains your ear and forces you to internalize the structure of the language without relying on English. If you follow these 3 steps, you'll train your brain to recognize Spanish patterns and structures. Please avoid the mediocrity of a passive exposure. Either you do the work or you stay stuck. It's your choice.